Hi friends, so a very quick tutorial on how you can create dividers on Planify Pro. So first open the sizing menu and then select your planner size. And then next go to layout, and here you want to remove all the boxes from the layout. You can do that by clicking on adjust layout and manually removing the boxes by clicking on them and then clicking on this minus button like this. Same for the right side, select the right side and manually remove the boxes. So now that you have an empty layout, go to dividers, and then you can select to add top dividers, bottom or side tabs like this. And you also can choose how many dividers you want to have and also how rounded you want the dividers or tabs to be. So right here you also have a slider to select the roundness. And then you can also select the width of the divider tabs. So right now it's 0.375 inches wide, but you can also have it, for example, 0.2 inches or 0.4 inches. So it's all up to you, but I personally recommend it to have it set to around 0.35 inches like this. Then next, if you want, you can also rename your tabs. So if you click on the tabs, you can type in a new name or give the tabs a name, for example, daily, weekly, monthly, monthly, and maybe notes. The last one could be context like this. And then if you want to adjust the font, you can go to text, select H2. Here you can also adjust the font size. And you can also choose a new font on the right side. And then from here, what you can do next is you can add a pattern. Under pattern, you will see many different kinds of patterns you can add. Click on full to expand the pattern. And then if you want the patterns to extend to the tabs, you can go back to layout, divider, and click on allow background stickers on divider like this. If you want to add a white background to the tab so you can read the labels better, you can also activate that by clicking here where it says white background on divider. And you can also further adjust the opacity of the white tab. So this is how you create dividers, and then from here you would go to export, save, and then here you can select the first menu and then click on generate PDF to export the divider. Now from here, if you want, you can also add the labels to the left side. So the left side actually will be the back side of your dividers, and if you also want the back sides to have labels on them, you can also type them here on the back side on this side. So let me quickly do that. And then you can go to save export to export your dividers. You can do that by clicking paper, A5, and then clicking on generate PDF, and this will generate you the PDF file of the dividers. So here it is, click on download PDF, and here is the back side. And here is the front side, and then you will print out the dividers front and back and then cut along the tabs here. If you do want to adjust the line color of the dividers so it's easier to see them, you can also go here to cut line and then further adjust the color of the cut line. So you can also have it set to black, or a dark gray, so you can see it easier when you cut out the tabs. And then go back to export PDF and then export the planner again. Now something to note here is that right now at the moment you cannot save the dividers. You cannot go to save and then save this file to your collection. What would happen is that it would save this template with this pattern but without the tabs. So this is still something we need to implement, so please don't save any dividers as of now. We still need to add that feature. And then something else you cannot do is you cannot click on multiple page and create multiple dividers here. Because once you click on duplicate page, it will actually reset you the sizing of the dividers and it will not export you the correct sizing. So if you can, please do not open the multiple page menu and do not create multiple dividers in one file. What I recommend you to do is create a divider, and then once you're happy with it, go to export, then export it. And if you want to create a second divider with the same tabs but different pattern, is to go back to pattern, then select a new pattern, then go back to export and export a second version, then download it to your computer and go back, select a new pattern, then you can go to export and then also export this version. So I recommend you to individually work on each divider and individually export them. So this would be the blue one, the last one was this brown one here, and then there is this pink teal floral. And this is how I recommend you to create the dividers. So once you've printed out the dividers, you should have something that looks like this. So I've printed out 5 different kinds of dividers and all have the same label, but just the pattern is different. And then from here, what you want to do is you want to decide on which divider you want to have for which tab. So for example here, I decided that for this divider with this pattern, I want it to be a weekly divider with the weekly tab showing. So what I did was I canceled out all the rest, so I know where I have to cut out the divider. So the daily will be cut out, and then I will leave the weeklies, and then I will cut out the rest. And then for this divider, for example, this would be my daily divider, so I have all the rest cancelled out. And then for this divider, this would be my monthly divider, so all the rest is cancelled out. And I'll quickly show you how I cut out these dividers. The easiest way is to take your paper cutter and then cut out the dividers. So now this one's the tricky part, so contacts will be cut off and then I'll have to cut around the notes and then the rest is cut out as well. So the easiest way is to slide the slider just until it hits the notes. So till here, and then take the scissors. Then cut around the tabs and then use your scissor to cut around the corners. And there you go, so this would be one divider, and then you would repeat this step for every other divider. So here's another example. This will be a weekly divider and I'll be cutting off all the excess tabs here. So let me quickly do that. So here's the second divider, so that's the weekly and here are the notes. And once you've finished cutting out your dividers, you can also laminate them. And this is how you can create dividers here on Planify Pro. If you have any questions, feel free to always message me on Instagram or Facebook, and I will try to respond to your questions as quickly as I can. Bye!